Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Jill. This video is dedicated to all of the amazing women out there. I hope you enjoy. When we are manifesting, we are futurizing our lives. More often, it's because we are dissatisfied with our current reality and we want a way of escape. And so when we are living in the future in our minds, we are not present. And we lose access to our soul, which is connected to God, and God's wisdom, which is our intuition. So any messages that need to be downloaded to us, we're unable to hear them or receive them. And we can't tell what is going on in front of us because we're so far ahead in the future, trying to create these lives that we believe will bring more happiness to us. So is it wrong to think about our desires and to make change? No. There's a difference between desiring something and taking some action and then trusting the outcome without an expectation of things going the way we believe they need to go, versus trying to force an outcome, believing we know what's best for us. Trying to make someone who we love to love us back or to love us again. Trying to change things about ourselves that we're dissatisfied when we are perfect just the way we are. All things were a thought before they came into existence. And so we want to engage with that and celebrate that part of ourselves. If you're dissatisfied on your job. Maybe it's time to start putting out your resume. If you know that you have a good situation where you're at, but you're just tired of it, start something on the side. Is there something you've always wanted to try to do? And so you test by taking action to start something, and you give it some time to see what happens without expectation. You can always revisit the timeline to see if you should continue on that mission. Maybe you start a YouTube channel or a podcast. If you have something to say, start a new hobby by joining up a meetup group on a meetup app. Try something new to shift your energy up. When it comes to love, trust that God has the best person for you out there that is aligned to you. Don't ever try to force somebody to love you who doesn't, or even if they do, who isn't treating you respectfully and the relationship. Never put energy trying to manifest somebody to engage with you. The one that God has for you, you won't have to work to make them love you. They'll naturally have the desire to want to be with you and to engage in an actual relationship that leads to marriage. One of God's greatest designs for us is to be in union with somebody that leads to marriage. So we don't have to work hard to make that happen. We just need to be aware of what is happening inside of our bodies when we are engaging with people. All of the answers are there. If you feel stressed, anxious, never knowing where the relationship is going, or even if you're in a relationship with a person, then get out. Don't try to manifest. Don't worry if you're thinking negative thoughts. That could be your intuition that's coming from God telling you, do not engage with this person. And you're being taught in the manifesting world, your thoughts create your reality. So therefore, this person doesn't love me because I don't want them to love me. And that's incorrect. If God designed us to have this partnership, what makes you think you have to convince somebody to be in it with you? If all of our thoughts did control our lives, the people who have harmed us would be dead or no longer exist in our plane. We don't want that. Harm might come to us if people who don't like us wish death and destruction on our lives. So trust your thoughts don't have that much power to change things. Within that context of manifesting. Now, how we feel about our lives and we think about our lives, we do have control over that. If you're always thinking negatively about your life, you're just not going to feel well. You're going to be sad and depressed. And if you have a creative idea, start taking action to manifest that by actual tangible steps instead of just trying to journal for hours every day, hoping and wishing something to happen. Also, get God involved. Always involve God in your life. Find out, is this the right path for you? There really is no wrong path. Some doors remain closed and are more obvious. Some doors are open and you have options. And maybe an option that you took doesn't feel that well and you might regret it. Always trust you're learning and growing through all of the experiences that you have. So there isn't a right or wrong way to live, but the most aligned life to who you are. And in order for us to discover that, we need to go through things to gain the experience to know what that is. And so trust, if you're having a bad feeling or a negative thought, and you're not just thinking negatively all the time in general, trust it. God's trying to tell you something about this person, and just disengage if it's in your power to do so. Chemistry does not equal love. You might be trying to manifest somebody because you have massive chemistry that you're equating to love. It's occupying you, stressing you out, and creating anxiety. That's not love. Also trust, if you're trying to be a millionaire, that there's a lot of responsibility living at that level. Once you have the millions, you need to learn how to maintain it. Having wealth will give you more options in life to buy things and to travel, but as we know, it doesn't buy love. It doesn't satisfy the soul. And of course, that's a beautiful gift if that happens, but like any gift, you still need to maintain it, to nourish it, for it to grow. So you would need to learn how to invest. People who have this kind of money, there's possibly always an underlying fear of losing it. When you idolize celebrities and social media people who live at that level, they are subject to society's desire to keep them there. That's the only reason they have that kind of wealth, as long as society decides that they are worthy. And so if a celebrity did not manage their wealth and they spent it all once society is done with them, they could lose it all if they didn't invest well. If you are making millions through a business, you're at the mercy of people wanting your product. Maybe there's a wave now, but what if people lose interest? So living with wealth, there is a dynamic of codependency with society in order to keep yourself at that level, unless you learn to invest. But even then, if the market crashes, you could lose it. So it's always important to generate peace, contentment, pleasure, and happiness at the soul level, always. Never put confidence into those things, wealth. Even a relationship, it's beautiful and amazing to have somebody who loves you and accepts you in the fullness of who you are and has your back and loves you as close as they can as a human being to God's level. No one will love you as much as God does. But I believe God chooses people for us that can give us their best. But we still want to be sovereign within relationship, self-governing, governing, that we don't give all of ourselves over. Because even if this person is with you until death, one of you will no longer remain, even if it isn't by choice. So we must learn to also exist in our sovereignty within partnership. But we never want to be so sovereign that we exclude God. God is our foundation. God has our back. And always include God in all your decisions and everything you do. And trust that you can't make a mistake. We may make choices that creates more pain and some challenges, but we always trust that we're gaining experience through these things. And that's okay. I want to thank you for trusting me on your healing journey. I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye.